Good day, everybody. This is Mark Jewell coming at you again with a quick Be Now, Give Back message. I was talking with a good friend last night, and they said, "Hey, where have these videos been that you've been producing? You haven't been putting them up lately." So I decided to get back on the horn and put together one for you this morning. And there's something that's been on my heart that I just really felt the need to share with whoever decides to click play and watch this video. I've been talking a lot in my speaking lately about freedom and about living life as God intended you to live it, as the universe would love to see you do it, and would make available to you if you were so willing to take the action. And the comparison that I make, the zombie movies and zombie TV shows seem to be kind of all the rage lately. Everybody's obsessed with the idea of a zombie apocalypse coming upon us. In fact, we make a joke of it around here, but I have a daughter who's a type 1 diabetic, and I always think about, well, what if we couldn't get to the pharmacy one day to get some new supplies? And so I have a box of supplies saved up in a closet, and then it's labeled on there in case of zombie apocalypse. And we kind of make a joke of it, but let me get real with you for a second. I will go so far as to make the argument that I think maybe the zombie apocalypse has already occurred and we don't even know it, and that's what is scary. As I walk down the street, I look at people and I try to look them in the eye, and most of the time they won't. They look away. I look at people in a restaurant at lunch, and you look around and they're just, they're so engrossed in their phones, and they're engrossed in their burrito or whatever kind of food they're taking in that day. And I just don't see a lot of life in a lot of people. And, this isn't a blanket statement. This doesn't go for everybody. There are people that inspire me, people out there living life. But, by and large, there are just so many people that are not passionate about life and where they are and what they're doing. And they look like zombies. They're just zoned out. They're moving from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock just to get through the day, to do a job for somebody else who probably doesn't have a vision for their life. They're following a herd, just trying to get enough to get by, live in a job, just over broke, right? A job, if you will. And it's driving me nuts. And that's a message that I wanted to bring out here this morning and talk about. Steve Jobs said once that in a speech, he said, "Your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living the results of other people's thinking." You see, along the way, somebody has worked to define you. In fact, lots of somebodies, and the world, quite frankly, has worked to define you. You know what? When you were born, you were just fine. God made you perfect in his own image, and the world has defined you to live on its terms. Somebody real close to me just crushed me one day, just really broke my heart when they said, what I am passionate about doesn't pay bills. And I thought, you weren't put here on earth to pay bills. You weren't put here to live for other people. You were put here to live out a unique and distinct and beautiful purpose. For you to bring something unique into the world. Each and every one of us has a very unique value proposition in that there is nobody else like any one of us, and we've got a fantastic purpose that we can share with people, but too many people are allowing the world to define us. Gallup, right here in Omaha, Nebraska, where I live, has done some very good research on overall engagement of employees in the workplace. And here in America, land of the free, right, we've got like 75% of our workforce is completely disengaged with the work that they do. Disengaged, meaning they are not fully engrossed in the work that they do. They do not love the place that they go and work every day. 75% of us. Are you kidding? Time to wake up, people. Time to wake up. Steve Jobs said, let me repeat it, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living the results of other people's thinking." Each of us has the ability to dream big, and if you can dream that dream can become reality. There's something in the Bible that in Philippians that says, I can do all things through Christ that gives me strength. If you can get plugged into that power, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. In Proverbs, it says, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And I think what that really means is that when we live our life according to real purpose and not what other people think we should be doing, that we leave an inspirational legacy behind, an inheritance for our grandchildren to be proud of. And I think that is something special, that each of us has that unique value proposition to bring to the table. The question is, are you willing to break free of that dogma, of what other people think you should be doing, of the other bills that people think you should be paying, of the time that people think you should be spending on things that are important to them but maybe not to you? Are you willing to break free from that today? I hope you are. This has been Mark Jewell. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate from the bottom of my heart the time you spend investing in yourself by listening to my message, and I hope that I have provided something of value to you today. Thanks. Take care. God bless.